Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Brian. Huge thanks to Brian for supporting this channel. Brian wanted a Slivers deck, led by Sliver Overlord. He wanted a high-powered deck, which is good because it's rather hard to build Slivers and make it casual. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Sliver Overlord is a 5-mana 7/7 legendary Sliver with 2 activated abilities, both of which cost 3 generic mana and do not require tapping. The first one allows you to tutor up a Sliver and put it into your hand. The second one lets you gain control of target Sliver. In other words, if someone else is playing Slivers in your pod, you can take all of their Slivers. They probably weren't doing anything with them anyway. So we want lots of Slivers as well as ramp to cast our commander as quickly as possible. And since this is a Slivers deck, maybe we can find a couple of combos in the deck. We'll see. But before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, 1 sudden I win card. Command Tower, Sliver Hive, Cavern of Souls, Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Bloodstained Mire, Windswept Heath, Misty Rainforest, Hallowed Fountain, Sacred Foundry, Watery Grave, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Grounds, Steam Vents, Godless Shrine, Blood Crypt, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Indatha Triome, Rogrib Triome, Zagoth Triome, Savai Triome, Ketria Triome, 1 Plains, 1 Island, 2 Swamps, 2 Mountains, and 3 Forests. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, and Chromatic Orrery make up our mana rocks. For land fetching, we've got Farseek, 3 Visits, Nature's Lore, Cultivate, and Skyshroud Claim. Dryad of the Elysian Grove for extra lands and color fixing, Gemhide Sliver, and Manawef Sliver for on-theme ramp, Morophon the Boundless for cost reduction, and Mana Echoes, because we're evil. Beast Whisperer? I know, not a Sliver. Synapse Sliver, Guardian Project, Kindred Discovery, Mystic Remora, Rhystic Study, Patriarch Spitting, Living Death, Distant Melody, Underworld Breach, Descendant's Path, and Buried Alive make up our card advantage package. Harmonic Sliver, Necrotic Sliver, Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, D-Spark, Dovin's Veto, Heroic Intervention, Swords to Plowshares, Teferi's Protection, and Hull Breach make up our interaction package. Blasphemous Act, and Cyclonic Rift, keeping it simple for this deck, as the rest of the deck gets a little complicated. Cloud Shredder Sliver, Crystalline Sliver, Diffusion Sliver, Gale Rider Sliver, Heart Sliver, Hibernation Sliver, Horned Sliver, Quick Sliver, Root Sliver, Shifting Sliver, Venom Sliver, Virulent Sliver, Lava Belly Sliver, Essence Sliver, Basil Sliver, Dregscape Sliver, Metallic Sliver, Sliver Hive Lord, Sliver Legion, Sliver Queen, and the first Sliver make up our Slivers. Intruder Alarm for Shenanigans, Training Grounds, and Biomancer's Familiar for cost reduction on our commander, with Shared Animosity and Coat of Arms serving as our Sudden I Win cards. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of brain, right on target. 13 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 8 pieces of spot removal plus 2 protection pieces. 2 board wipes. No graveyard hate. 2 Sudden I Win cards, but also lots of combos. For instance, we've got Sliver Queen and Mana Echoes, which easily generates us infinite colorless mana. Fortunately, we've got Chromatic Ori in the deck to help us spend all that colorless mana, or we can use that colorless mana to tutor up our combo slivers. Speaking of combo slivers, we're running Lava Belly Sliver, Basal Sliver, and Dregscape Sliver. Basically, we use Basal Sliver's sacrifice ability to generate 2 black mana, then use Dregscape Sliver's ability to bring back Basal Sliver, triggering Lava Belly Sliver. Repeat until the table's dead. We have a similar combo with Essence Sliver and Hibernation Sliver, but we'll need Morophon the Boundless on board to pull it off. We pay 2 life to bounce Essence Sliver to our hand, but Morophon makes casting it again free, so we just recast it over and over again. And Hibernation Sliver gives us the life back that we just lost. So as long as Lava Belly Sliver is on board and we're not interrupted, we win the game. Now there's a lot of debate over which of the legendary slivers makes the best commander, but I feel that each one informs your choices as to the type of deck you're building. The first sliver lets you cheat permanents into play, so you want to be mindful about your curve. Sliver Queen lets you have fun with tokens, so you may want to include some token doublers. Sliver Legion and Sliver Hive Lord both do great work at making your slivers even stronger than they normally are. And though not technically a sliver, Morophon the Boundless is a great sliver commander. But since we've got Sliver Overlord in the command zone, I focused on sliver-centric combos in the deck. I wanted Brian to be able to win using nothing but slivers. Additionally, I didn't include any other tutors in the deck, not because I forgot about them, but because Brian had a budget limit. He already owned most of the cards to build this deck, including the Sliver Queen, but was missing a few of the newer cards. So I wanted to ensure he could just pick up what he needed and stay under budget. But Brian, if you can afford it, I'd recommend replacing Coat of Arms and Shared Animosity with Vampiric Tutor and Demonic Tutor if you get the chance. Do you have a Sliver deck? Which one is your commander? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix of Ice, Squishy, RGC, Brett, Ignis, Roxy, Josh, and Sean. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.